I guess that's my cue. Hello. Hello, Fastest Furs. I'm Rad, and I will be running Kingsley's Adventure Any Percent for your viewing pleasure today. With me is the one, the only Brosentia, who has
Yeah,
run this game many times before.
I have seen the ad for it and promptly forgot that this game existed. So, I'm coming in here with about as much knowledge as anybody expects, which is none.
Yeah, which is exactly how you want speedrun commentary for sure. All jokes aside, Brosentia will now be named Digby for the rest of this attempt, I guess, because it's a Fox game, and
Yeah,
so we
if
need
you
to use
forget,
Fox
that's
names.
fine.
Yeah,
As it turns out, I am a furry or Furby or whatever they're called these days.
Furby, I think I think you got it on the second try. So Kingsley,
Ooh.
why am I running Kingsley's Adventure? Well, you might know me from running Tunic. Uh, it just so happens we have a community for Tunic that one of our runners dropped a link into like the off-topic channel for this game. I'd never heard of it like 4 months ago. And I was like, it's kind of cute. Maybe, it's like an old platformer. Maybe it's fun. It's maybe 5 hours long casually. And I like speedrunning games like this, just to like give some support to the communities that are overlooked, even if I post a bad time, whatever. But something funny happened. I found out that a bunch of folks over at taskvideos.org had found some really broken tech for this game that no one had ever used in any
Okay.
RTA run. And I didn't know if it was very RTA viable, but it was very intriguing. So I started like testing it out, and it turns out it's like almost entirely RTA viable. So I felt a strong sense of duty to put together, I guess, this small speedrunning community's efforts and these taskers' efforts, and what you'll see today is kind of the fruit of those efforts with a little bit of my own spin on things in.
I
So
love it.
yeah, so let's get this out of the way up front. This game sounds like Banjo-Kazooie and looks like a Zelda ripoff. It has tank controls, random slowdown, and inconsistent tricks throughout the run. So maybe it could be your definition of a meme game, like whatever you decide that means to you. But what we're going to do is have fun with it. And I had a ton of fun running it. I have a ton of fun playing it casually. We're going to have fun, but like, just shout out, like, let's not misconstrue here. Shout out to the devs who worked on this. They obviously put their
Yeah.
heart and soul into it. The art direction is fantastic. The music is great. They probably had a pretty constrained budget. They were aiming for something a little small in scope. So we're going to have fun today, but I just wanted to get that out of the way to make sure we were not like looking down on their efforts.
Yep, my rule is if there are flaws, it's almost always management's fault. The managers. Okay, I'm looking at you.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think we're ready. Let me get to the screen where I can start, and then give me a countdown, and I guess we'll just go from there.
Yeah, looks like a good screen. I think
It's a
that,
great screen.
yeah, it's a door. There are two pots.
Mm-hmm.
Which pot? The left pot or the right pot? Which one are we going for?
They're actually both
I
carrot
think that
plants.
I think we're probably ready for you to count down and just tell them when to
Okay.
start the timer.
All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So we're unfortunately going to skip the intro cutscene, which basically just says like Kingsley is this orphan fox, and he wants to be a true knight like his father, who's I guess gone. We never really get to hear about that. And then this chef named Bad Custard. Unfortunately, that is what he was named at birth, I guess. I don't know. Kind of
His mother
foreshadowing.
thought you're an ugly child. Okay, bad
Yeah, it's
custard.
pretty rude, honestly. Oh yes, I got the what is this called? Text box skip. So if you mash triangle in the first as the first text box for old wrinkle is fading, the text boxes won't stop you in the tutorial. So we're in a tutorial right now. Um, we're fighting a person named Drill Sergeant. I'm not sure if that's his name or that's his role. Where he goes in this room is just kind of random. All right, he's not cooperating today. He's trying to train me. He's just whacking me over the head with this giant sword. All right.
It's a good
Yeah,
way
we
to
just got.
train,
Yeah.
concussions. Yeah.
So Bad Custard, he tries to poison people when he's the chef, and he gets kicked out. But on the way out, he steals the magic book of magic. And then I guess the king and queen send a bunch of true knights after him, and one by one, he corrupts them into the Dark Knights. So their only hope left is this small fox boy named Kingsley, who wants to be a true knight, but apparently has not enough training to even have gone through the tutorial yet. But that's our mission. The Dark Knights have started terrorizing some towns, and we got to go figure out what's going on, help some towns out, and be worthy of the title True Knight, and then eventually confront Bad Custard.
Honestly, like just watching this so far, this was sort of late in the PlayStation era, and you can tell that they put actually a decent amount of polish here. I've seen no lag so far. I don't know how true that's going to be, but like honestly, this is really impressive for the PlayStation 1 era already. I like this.
Yeah, I think the best way I can describe it. Oh, sorry, I love that couch jump. The best way I can describe this is they definitely. It feels like they started with a very small scope. So, it's not competing with the Banjo-Kazooies or Zelda Ocarina of Time or something like that of the era, but for what they are able to do, they kind of like filled that space. Maybe it is a small scope, but they filled it with great music and good sound effects. I just wish maybe like they could have rethought the tank controls. Like that's interesting. For those that don't know, that means that like whether you use the D-pad or the analog stick, this does have dual shock support. You're moving forward and back is moving the character forward and back, but moving side to side is turning them instead of strafing. And then to strafe, you use the left and right buttons.
I'm sort of okay with it as long as it's consistent. I've dealt with tank controls before. Like Bubsy 3D was probably the worst PlayStation game with tank controls, but Floating Runner, I think that one has terrible tank controls. Yeah, it's you shouldn't make a platformer with them. That's just like things that they should have learned before the year 2000.
And into the first foxhole we go, into Seatown. So we need to go help Seatown. I think they've lost a ship. Some pirate named Gallagher has taken one of their ships that they use for trading. So we're going to go talk to the bartender and let him take us to a lighthouse. His name's Briny Jim. I love the characters. Yeah, the writing, we don't get to see much of it, but the writing is actually really good in this game. Oh, I almost walked off the edge there. That's fine. I guess I don't have a problem with the tank controls. I actually think that once you kind of get used to them, they actually they work out pretty well for speedrunning, because they're really precise, right? Like if you use D-pad and strafing with the buttons, you can do things like walk right around enemies and not get hit and say hello to the red crabs. What is it with red crabs in Fox games?
Red crabs are in every game, okay? If there's at all anything with sand, there has to be a crab. That's the rules. By the way, you said that you're really enjoying the music. Well, guess what? The music production manager for Bloodborne is the guy who made the music for this. So I'd say that we actually have a rock star in the gaming industry who worked on the music here.
Oh, don't blink here. It's just a little tech we call upward.
Oh, yeah, I love that. Damage boosting in order to clip into the wall. A lot of PlayStation games use that. It's really neat to see that in practice here. A little bit of timing required in order to get the jump at the right time, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. And because you take some damage from enemies every time you attempt it too, it's a little scary. But yeah, it's kind of ejection style collision detection. All right, let's see if I can nail the timing on this. This is one of those where the tank controls really work in your favor. Let's go. Because it's just super consistent. If you just hold forward throughout that room, you know, and just strafe left and right, you can miss all the cannonballs on a cycle. Okay, here we go. Might be a little too far to the left. Nope, got it. First try, let's go.
Oh, look at that.
Yo, check out this raft from Walmart. I bet he didn't pay more than $8 for that.
This is 90s money we're talking about, like $4 at the most.
Yeah. I still, every time I see that, I'm like, man, the art direction is on point everywhere here. And then there's that. Like, what was the point? I don't understand. Oh, that's just scary. Okay.
We've got a sand and a beach thing going on, and that is definitely a beach item. So there's your logic, Radicoon.
All right, I'm gonna walk into this
and
sideways.
We've got floaties.
So the camera, for whatever reason, keeps like it's heading when you go through warps like this. So that's why I walk into it a little bit weird there, so that it's already pointing the direction I want to go. And then we're just gonna line up here.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And that's the first dungeon.
Ah, floaty thing again. Perfect.
Yeah, different color this time. This is Gallagher. The boss fights pretty much boil down to wait till you're allowed to hit them, and then spam your sword, and make sure you're in range to hit them. And once they take, you know, a required amount of damage, it kind of just like moves forward in their cycle. And there's not much to them. For some reason, I don't know if this is true. Like a lot of this is urban legend. There's not a lot of runners of this game. I'm not a taster, so a lot of this is just like my personal experience. But it seems like the hitbox of your sword is actually like on the side of your body. Like they didn't put it in front of you, right? So if you aim a little bit to the left of an enemy, you tend to actually get more hits in.
I love that. I mean, considering that your sword is on the right side of your character, I could see them making it be like a collision thing. Mm-hmm. And so aiming left would definitely help there. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's our first dungeon. The dirty secret to this game is that the first and third dungeons are pretty free, and the second and fourth ones are actually really scary. So I think most of the times I run this first split with Seatown, I might have a variance of like 10 seconds, right? As long as you nail all those tricks. It's hard to get much faster than what you just saw, so I'll take it. We call this guy Phil, even though this is Briny Jim, because I just like thinking Phil Fish, you know. It's just funny to me internally. But all we gotta do now is go back and talk to the King and Queen, so they can open level 2 for us. So if we have any announcements or donations, now would be a good time.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I've been trying to squeeze in a bit of time for donations every so often, but the run has been very chaotic. I have no idea what's going on. The 2 floaties absolutely sent me over the edge. That was very funny to look at. But we do have a couple of donations that I would like to read. We have $50 from previous runner Chow Time. It says, passing the torch to Radicoon for more Foxo runs and fun. Good luck. And that did go to an incentive for the category upgrade to All Friends for a Little Gator game later today. And a $100 donation from Dicey.
Nice.
Going towards the incentive of the bonus game Viewfinder at the end of the day. Love the premise of this game. And oh yeah, me too. This has been very chaotic so far.
Sorry.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Dicey is the developer of Tunic. So.
Oh, Dicey.
Yeah, he does.
They're so cool.
He does like the premise of this game a lot.
Yeah.
The Fox game.
So much for those donations.
Yeah, I have to say, Tunic is one of the things that I've started playing, but I have not made very much progress into it. Oh, wait. Aren't you opening GDQ with Tunic?
Yeah.
Aren't you the opening run for AGDQ this year?
Kingsley has a spotlight right now, okay?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You little raccoon boy here playing Fox games. I don't know what's up with that.
Okay, so this dungeon gets scary, okay? This is actually like where the tricks start going kind of wild and fast. We have to follow the footsteps. There's not much to the town here. The town is basically talking to that guy and then like walking behind him to this dungeon. The story here is that the dragon is stealing all the food. And so we need to stop that. So this is really scary. I'm gonna just walk right through the flames. Yeah.
Yeah, I got scared. You're good though. You're good.
So let off the D-pad just for a moment there, and you know, that's for whatever reason, those hitboxes are actually true to the visual. Like, you don't actually have to solve that room if you can just time when the flames spread, and it turns out it's pretty easy if you just kind of let off the D-pad and back on. So we can actually use the up warps to skip a lot of rooms in this dungeon, especially the parts that are, you know, the most annoying. But I'm gonna go out of my way here to do a room that's not required so that I can get a key. Fun fact about the keys in this game, they are generic and they are reused a lot in the game. So if you pick up a key early in, say, this dungeon, and then keep it in your inventory all the way to, like, say, the 4th dungeon, you can just use it to skip the hardest rooms in the game, and the game is just, like, totally okay with that.
I love that. You got a grape key, pineapple key.
Yeah,
Okay.
I cannot tell you how hard it was. Like, it is consistently really difficult for me to jump up on those platforms to get the key, and I got a little extra life there just for safety. Both first try, so. There's some weird stuff in this game that you're gonna think looks really impressive that is pretty free, and then there's things that just look really basic that are like that. Okay, so there's our first up warp. So that's pretty consistent, mostly. I'm gonna try to push this guy out of the way. Hopefully that's enough out of the way. Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
so we
I love speedrunning. It's like, well, nobody was able to tell what you did and it didn't look impressive, but it saved 2 minutes. But the thing that saves like 0.5 seconds looks super fancy and risky. Yeah.
So these
it's
arrows are
always
all
fun.
telling me to go backwards, but I'm gonna just ignore them. I'm gonna try to kite this guy over here a little bit. Hopefully this is a good angle.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Lovely damage boost up warp there.
Okay, so now we get to solve a very, very difficult music puzzle. So give me just a second here. All right, that was the music puzzle. Yeah, so this next room, you can technically clip out. I guess one thing I haven't talked about is that I'm pressing L1 to kind of lock the camera behind me. I prefer to platform like that. Oh, this is a little scary. I'm gonna take this slow. Here we go. A lot of the chests in this game are like fools. Like, you open them and spiders come out and stuff, so it's pretty awkward. But yeah, it's just a little bit easier. You can't see in the distance as far, but it locks the camera behind you. It's kind of nice. So this guy can up warp you over the door, but it's really tricky. So I'm just gonna push him out of the way. Hello? Yeah, the switches and like keyholes on the wall can be pretty tricky because they don't actually protrude. They're just like textures on the wall. I'm gonna skip the health here. We'll see if that's a smart decision. That jump is so scary. That's okay, we have a banana key now.
It didn't. Oh, banana.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Ooh.
got very interested. Ooh, banana.
Some of these doors just take so long to lower. Anyway,
Oh
what's
my
up?
gosh. I was just thinking about the thing with tank controls. There are quite a few games that have tank controls that don't lock the camera behind the character. And honestly, if Bubsy 3D did one thing correctly, it was that. Locking the camera behind Bubsy. Everything else about it is kind of a train wreck. But yeah, for a game like this, it's a little bit weird that they didn't do that with tank controls. That would make it hard. Oh, what a jerk.
So first mistake, yeah, it's not really a mistake. I guess it's just like very tough timing. Whenever you reload this room, for whatever reason, the music doesn't play. So I'm trying to kite this guy over here so that he approaches me from the left. There we go.
Yeah, that wasn't a huge loss. 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah, the lives are what I'm most worried about. So I will say I have some backup saves if it comes to that, but I'd like to not. So you have to take a death to skip this room, but that's a like notoriously long room. You have to kind of walk back and forth. It's very dangerous. But yeah,
Wait,
you
how
can
do
run on
just
top of the walls.
die? Like,
You
did
took
die
fall
from
damage, but yeah, you took fall damage before the load processed, and then it just doesn't actually process until you get in the next room. So I'm gonna hit these 4 switches. I'm gonna grab this banana key, but I don't want these guys to get stuck on top, so I'm gonna backflip off. Okay, it looks like one got on top. I'm gonna try and get this guy to come over here. Can we get this in one? Okay, cool. I'm gonna be careful here because I want to save this life. So yeah, the walls just have like really nice wide hitboxes. Like you could just, if you clip up on top of them, you can just walk, you know, everything's fine. Don't push me off. Okay, we're good, we're good.
Oh.
So we saved that key from that big dude before so that we can open that chest to get an extra safety life. I'm gonna block here. Okay, I didn't want to take a hit here. So we'll see if this guy jumps over here or did he just stop? All right. You can technically skip this apple key, but like there's not a huge like time save if you maintain one. Okay, everybody get ready. You donated for this. This is Snuff the Dragon, and this is my dragon skip attempt here. Let's see.
This is supposed to be TAS only, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
okay.
So we're gonna get him to help us up warp. Okay, can I get that attack? All right, now, see if I can do this setup. Now I need to be both on and off the wall at the same time. Ah, okay. Pushed a little bit too far. Let's kite him back over here. Need a 90-degree angle to do up warps? Dude, get closer, please. Okay. I'm gonna die here. Yep, okay, so I got the up warp. That's fine. You know what, I'm actually gonna just... This is for charity. This is a marathon. I want to make sure I can pull this off for you. So we're gonna give this one more attempt. This is why the incentive was attempt dragon skip. Okay. Needs a very light touch, which is hard to come by in a live marathon, let's say. Okay, okay, okay. So we're gonna come over here, lift him up. All right. And that's dragon skip.
What? You get him to fall down after you and instantly die?
Yeah, like he can fall fast enough that that you hit the death plane, but like he hits it soon enough after you that it initiates. So it's actually pretty scary. Like you can skip this whole room, but you don't get that fork and knife power up unless you actually kill him. And if you don't get that, the game soft locks. Like you come to talk to this guy and he's like, you don't have the thing. And so it's actually pretty scary. Like if you don't hit the death plane, like if he hits the death plane too long after you do, it will start the dialogue, but then he won't actually, like it'll just process your death and nothing will happen. All right, this is some pretty tight platforming here. So we have to, so this is the solution we're providing the townsfolk. The dragon is stealing all the food by conveyor belting it to him. So the way we solve their problem, oh, are you kidding me? Okay, that's fine. Like I said, tight platforming, as we just gotta turn the conveyor belt around and that solves their problem. Okay, yeah, this sucks.
Oh,
this
no.
room is, there's only stairs on either side of the room to like, you know, these things are in the way. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. I've gotta make this tight jump here. And the game has like a weird kind of friction. Okay, do we have another box coming or should I catch up to that one? We'll just wait on a box. You know what, I got a good estimate. We'll wait on a box. The last switch, you actually have to jump on a box. You cannot reach it from the conveyor belt. So the route here is like, unfortunately, right after Dragon Skip. If you nail that, you have to then like perfectly platform through this whole level, and there's almost no easy way to recover. But we got it. We're on the box now. So you gotta make this jump.
I mean, marathon safe routes are important.
Yep. Now the conveyor belt is reversed, so you can run up the conveyor belt. So we've saved the village, basically. The food is now just going in the opposite direction. That's what true knights do. And it's easier to just run over to the stairs than try to platform across the conveyor belt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're being deposited. Oh, good. Is this like where Santa lives? Or, oh, this creepy child lives. Ugh.
Yep, yeah, I don't know who that is. I'll be honest, this is one of those games that I've run enough now that if you ask me to tell you what was happening at any given moment, or play it casually, I'm not sure I could.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that was the biggest chubster I have seen in a game, like at least this year.
We got a sword. from the blacksmith. Now this is the hardest part of the run, is just making it in the foxhole here. Okay, we're good.
Ah, you did it. Oh, first try every time.
Yeah. So now we're gonna do some interesting routing. So we have to actually go find the Dark Knights and clear them. So there's like 4 main dungeons in the game, and they're of varying difficulties. We've done 2. We've got 2 to go. The 4th of which is basically half the game. But that's fine. But we also have to route in finding the 4 Dark Knights, which kind of appear after you beat a level. So you have to do a lot of backtracking. So we try to route that in the best we can.
Yeah.
So we have to walk all the way back to Seatown, but we also after each level have to go talk to the King and Queen. So, we'll just do both at the same time.
90s devs, I might suggest putting more warps in your game. I mean, Banjo-Kazooie did it.
Yeah, I think Banjo is probably a pretty clear inspiration for this game. If I'm not sure how the years line up there, but the talking animals are there's a very Banjo feel to it. If nothing else.
I mean, Banjo-Kazooie was 2 years before this, so that definitely checks out that it's a huge influence. I actually, the more that I'm watching this, the more I'm thinking this game is kind of legit.
Oh yeah, well, until we get to the last dungeon. But until then, yes, keep that opinion high. Kingsley's great. So here's our first Dark Knight.
Every good game can have one bad dungeon, it's fine. That's a Dark Knight, looks like an alligator.
Oh yeah,
no.
Listen to this breakbeat, by the way. But if it ever starts.
Ooh.
Dude, whoever did the soundtrack for this game just went so hard, so unnecessarily.
Like I said, the person who did the music for Bloodborne did the music for this.
So that's the first Dark Knight. It turns out it was actually Sir William.
What? Sir William? Oh my gosh. Mind you, he also did music for Little Big Planet 2, Shadow of the Beast 2016, Ratchet and Clank 2016 release of that, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
Jeez.
Shadow of the Colossus re-release, he was the head of music for that. Neo, head of music, the samurai game. Oh, music production for Heavy Rain. Alistair is a legend when it comes to the video game music industry. And, considering this is one of the earlier games that Alistair worked on, not earliest, but about 5 years into the music career. That's seriously pretty good.
Yeah. Who's to say? Maybe none of that would have been possible without Kingsley.
I mean, to be fair, one of the first games was the Atari Jaguar Bubsy, so everybody starts somewhere.
Yeah. Psygnosis got acquired by Sony when they were ramping up to PS1 development and release. So the company that developed this game has been around for ages, but they kind of became Sony in-house. So a lot of those games you just listed off were Sony, and that makes sense.
Yep. It makes sense that he would have been absorbed into really good Sony talent.
So this town has had a poisoning incident. The root beer has been poisoned, but this is the coffee drinker cult. So they give us some coffee, and we're gonna go give a person who's tired and can't drink root beer as a cup of coffee, who's then going to let us into the mayor's office so we can get the password to the root beer monastery.
Ah, yeah.
His name is Tough Nut, by the way.
What was that?
His name is Tough Nut.
Well, okay.
I just want you to know that. Because I'm skipping these, so yeah, that was Sober Sid.
Yeah. Tough Nut, Sober
This is definitely,
Sid.
Some marketing department definitely didn't tell them to change the premise of this at the last minute.
Okay, look, I play a game where the character's named Scunny Hardnut. And so I can go ahead and forgive Tough Nut.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So we're in the Root Beer Monastery now. And so first we're going to talk to Ivan. And he's like, I don't know, man. And then we're going to talk to Tim. Remember Tim.
Oh, how could I forget Tim?
And then Harry's like, I don't know what's going on, but here's a key. And they don't know what to do with the key. And I'm literally just making this up as I go. I don't even remember it. So I'm going to use the key they gave me on this machine. And now everything is like, they're like, okay, I guess because you know how to put keys in keyholes, we'll let you into the dungeon.
Well,
and anyway, so we're in dungeon number 3. Now this next screen is actually a setup that was not part of the Taz tricks that were found. I kind of had to route this out, and so it looks really scuffed. We call it quick weed for reasons that you'll understand if I can pull it off. But it's like a blind upwarp setup. So let's see what happens here.
Come on, quick weed. Let's do it.
I need a couple tries at this. Oh, camera's a little wonky. Oh, first try. Let's go.
Quick weed. We got it.
Let's go. So yeah, in this dungeon you have to collect 3 herbs. This is like a 2.5-3 minute sliding block puzzle. So you could call it puzzle skip if you want to, but I mean, I found it, so I get to name it whatever I want. And yeah, if you upwarp on top of that wall, you can't see. Everything just kind of goes dark. So you have to just kind of get muscle memory for side strafing so that you're in position. So when you walk backwards, you will fall on top of the hitbox for the item, and you'll die. But then it saves like 2 to 3 minutes, like legit 2 to 3 minutes of the run.
Yeah, having seen a lot of Ocarina of Time and such, and setups for blindfolded playthroughs, how many times they would line things up with strafing specifically. It makes sense that you would use that in a dark area just because it's a lot more consistent. You're a lot more locked in with the directions you can go. Removing the variables for falling to your death is very helpful.
That is such a swag backflip there, but it is the most consistent way I've seen to get out of there. So we can actually do these 3 rooms in any order, but that's why we're just kind of chaining them together so we don't have to go back to the main hub room too many times. This is like a puzzle room. I'm just going to get this guy to come up on the wall and then just die from fall damage. And then this puzzle is the first button and the last 3. Get you a little bit of side strafing there.
Yeah.
And we have all 3 herbs now. And as we try to leave, I think these herbs are to help fix the root beer. I think that's what's going on. We're going to get confronted by Tim. Remember Tim?
Oh, yeah, I remember Tim.
Oh, no, he's actually Clarence the Bat.
Clarence, no! Oh, my gosh. Here he comes! Whoa! Little hands on the end of his wings. I love it.
Clarence, cooperate. Okay.
I mean, you've got health left. We're through. We're through. Clipping through the wall, through the door is scary.
Clarence, you fool.
Uh-oh. What? Oh my gosh.
So,
I mean, good strat.
okay, so let's talk about this. So this room, the middle room where you're supposed to fight the boss, it has like partial loads of all the surrounding rooms, and so you can use upwarps like in that damage, collision detection to clip out of the room a little bit. And only half the room's loaded, so he chases you through the open door, and you just stand on I mean, you saw it happen. I don't need to explain it. Get death planed, exactly. Too many coincidences. Is this the prequel to Tunic? I don't know. Death plane abuse is everywhere.
I do think some more donations have been coming in. Do we have a run back to the king and queen?
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of another Dark Knight, but guess what? It's gonna just be a fight, so we can absolutely get some more announcements, donations in.
I was about to ask, thank you so much for the space. All right, we have a $15 donation from Jeff XVX, saying,
hey, Jeff.
This run is rad, bro. Good luck on your adventure to become a true knight.
Oh, no. No, Jeff would ooh-woo, okay? Jeff, I'm looking at you.
And we have a $100 donation from Waifu with no comment, going towards the category upgrade to all friends for the Little Gator game. Thank you so much, both of you, for your donations.
Very nice. So this is Judas. Again, the music. It's not allowed to go this hard. Guess what? I'm gonna get 2 hits in, chase him to the other corner of the room, get 2 hits in. I'm gonna hope that whenever he gets close to death, he doesn't just own me, because I only have 1 heart right now, so we'll see what happens. Oh, let's go.
Oh, take that, Judas!
And it was actually Sir Rufus.
Yeah, that was a little stressful. I didn't realize 1 hit would kill you, but
That's fine.
yeah, it's better that I wasn't thinking that, you know.
So we've got 3 dungeons down and 2 Dark Knights. We just have to go talk to the king or queen to open the 4th dungeon or level, Aphasia. But we do have maybe like 30 seconds to a minute of just kind of walking around. So if you want to cover anything else, now would be a good time.
Gotcha.
Post person? Yeah.
Nah, all good. We have another $50 donation from Sonic Mega, Mr. Chiplock himself, saying, "Do not call me Batman. My name is Clarence."
Tim, aka Claire. Wait, Fat Man?
Batman.
Oh, Batman. Oh, okay. I won't
The
call him
Bat.
Batman.
Is Clarence.
Clarence. That's right, a bat named Clarence. Yeah. I'm already forgetting the lore. My gosh. Welcome
Yeah.
to my life here.
Don't worry, the lore is not particularly well thought out, because the entire this next dungeon is, by the way, like the hardest part of the game. So I'm gonna try my best, but the entire impetus for going into this dungeon is because Cornflower lost his magical robe. That's it.
Can you imagine being named Cornflower? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what did your parents think when you were born? They're like, ugh. Look at this child. Really blue. He's
So you notice we
Cornflower.
still have these 2 keys. We have 1 heart, so I'm gonna be very careful here. I probably should just take a death warp here, but we're having fun. I'm gonna just block a few hits here.
Yeah, it's like worst case scenario, you die and have to do part of the level again.
Oh yeah,
Like-
casually, I would be very afraid to do this on console in a marathon, because if you die at any point in this dungeon, it takes you back to the beginning. The dungeon's about 15 minutes long.
There's a heart. You're not getting the health?
Oh no.
What the crap? You're doing this whole dungeon with 1 heart, not even grabbing health? I am stressed.
Yeah, so there you go. There's our banana key. That's a good D-pad and strafing setup, so it's not as scary as it looks. Okay, I'm gonna try
It's all
to
scary.
do this. I don't like this part. This is such an inconsistent upwarp. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay. So this is notoriously a weird backflip. Let's see if we can get this. Okay. I'm not even explaining this stuff. Like, you just...
No, it tells it itself, you know?
Yeah.
You don't need to explain it. You walk into a wall, you go up. I'm stressed because you've only got 1 heart.
Mm-hmm. So that was the hardest room in the game, casually, for me. And we just carried the pineapple key all the way from dungeon 2.
You know,
How many lives
if
do I have?
dungeons have the same keys,
5?
then they just had what was coming. Oh no, goodbye. Did you just
Yeah, so
jump in
actually
the
we
acid?
want low health, because when we
Oh.
grab that red key, the cherry key, we don't actually have to do the room. We just death warp out, and
Nice.
yeah. So that was like a good setup.
Okay.
Now this room can go a couple ways. There is a pretty consistent upwarp tech here, but sometimes it just doesn't work. So we're gonna see what happens here. There's like a very complicated setup for this room, and we're like, nah, sorry.
Nah, we'll do whatever.
Okay, all right. Now, this is an awkward wall to walk on. This is gonna look way scarier than it is. All right. Nice. Okay.
Very nice.
Okay, see if I can do this in one cycle. Ah, I missed it. Okay, that's fine. Aiming with the analog stick in first person is really tough, and with the D-pad, it's very slow. So you do the best you can. There's a couple levels with platforms, moving platforms, where the couple rooms with moving platforms. The first one is going to be this room, and I don't even want to talk about how long I've practiced this. So it's all going to go great. This guy just doesn't shoot you, which is pretty great. He always just misses you a little bit to the left.
That's great.
But yeah, this is wish me luck for this, because this is a tight setup. There's gonna be a lot of people shooting arrows at me, but of course we don't want to take time to stop and okay, all right, we don't want to take time to stop and dispatch them because that's slow, right? This is a speed run. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Dude,
Oh,
you have
jeez.
no idea how hard what I just did is.
I've got a few ideas like that was
I missed the
miss-
cycle. That's okay.
okay. One cycle
smart.
missed. That's fine. You
That's
got
fine.
the
This,
really
yeah.
hard part. Holy crap! Like
Those-
that's worth the donation, chat.
yeah,
is what
getting
I'm
that,
saying.
getting that triple platform jump. I didn't even do that in my PB. Like that's like not a marathon safe strat. I just went for it. Whatever. Okay. Forgot what room this was. Now I remember. This is one of those long rooms where like there's not any particular scary part about it, but the platforming is just really precise. So if you fall, you know,
You lose.
I'm actually gonna switch to sword here. Yeah, and so this is where I use the L1 quite a bit to to line up the camera just a little bit. I'll take a little safe. Okay, all right.
What?
That hitboxes are just your imagination in Kingsley. I've never actually seen that happen, but that's okay. We'll be fine. I've done this room on 1 heart before, so we'll be okay.
Yeah, you've got 1.5. You're good.
All right. You're supposed to push this block, but you don't really need to. But you can see how, like, there's not a lot of margin for error. Okay, so we do have a checkpoint. That's good.
Yeah, it almost seems like there's a tiny bit of coyote time, but that could be my imagination.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's just like... Okay, so I'm going to block these shots. It might be... I kind of try to time it at the end, which I think overshoots it a little bit. Okay, that was really unfortunate timing, but that's fine. We'll be fine. No worries.
I mean, I'm
Half heart.
glad that the damage didn't stun you. That would have been my biggest concern. Like mid-jump getting shot and getting stunned. I don't know if that happens in this game, but it definitely does in others.
Do we have time for one quick donation?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so we have a $10 donation from Dr. Dos saying,
Ooh.
"Great run, Rad. This game is just adorable. Shoutouts to all my Poke friends watching."
Thank you, John.
Yeah, thank you for the donation.
Okay. There's a very tight setup in this upcoming room. We'll see if I can get it in 1. If not, I'll just die and try it again. Okay, let's go.
Oh, and an extra life. Always good. Always good.
Yeah, I think I failed that twice in my PB, so just to give you a sense of how... Oh, okay. Try to take this guy out. It's not strictly mandatory. Oh, actually. Fun fact about this game, you can't refill your arrows unless you're 100% out.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm offended. That's not how arrows work. You've got to
That
quiver.
jump is so scary. Okay,
Every
we're good,
jump
we're
with
good.
this is so scary.
Yeah, it is,
Rather
it is.
Like, I'm stressed. I'm
This dungeon is like it is an enormous difficulty spike, casually. So and it gets easier with like the key smuggling. Shout out to Jaxler who said key smuggling. I'm sure that's like a speedrunning term, but I heard that last night and I was like, you know what? That is a great term.
That's great. Steal keys from one dungeon, take them to the next one. Not supposed to do it, but you're doing it anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna probably. Can I make this? Okay. Okay, we have the 4 keys. Ooh, okay. All right, now we just got to put them in, and it's not usually very cooperative about letting me do this, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, come on, keys in. Banana
So
key.
it's the same
banana
key.
hole.
Yeah, it's the same key to swing your weapon. Oh, actually, I need to switch that. As it is to activate a switch, and the game is just like, if you're moving. If there's a cooldown on an animation, if anything is happening, we'll just assume you want to attack and not press this button.
Yeah.
So, all right, blocked. This is a long room. It's not too scary. I shouldn't have said that out loud, but that's fine. Yo, shout out to hitboxes. Hello?
Boing, boing, boing. There we go. You got it. First try.
I mean, you can see what I'm doing. This shouldn't have been a controversial shot there. Oh, okay.
Sometimes we just need to abide by the rules of the game, which are nonsensical.
Yep. Okay. So there's a hidden guy here. We're just gonna block, and then let his hubris be his downfall.
Come on. There he goes. He's dead.
I almost jumped off that platform. Okay, we're good. So this is a little scary because you kind of have to hit a moving target here. If you're fast enough, it's not that bad, but okay. Dungeon 4 has not gone too bad yet. I think this is the last room coming up. So we're just gonna wait for this platform to line up. Guess what?
Honestly, that's the most reliable way to fight is not fighting at all.
Exactly.
You learn that in martial arts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna take a half heart of damage here just to skip. This is sort of a lore, like you walk past a bunch of jail cells and come on. Okay. I'm gonna try the boss at 3 hearts, okay? We'll see what happens. But I have a few hits I can take here with 5 lives, so this is Reggie.
Hey Reggie, how you doing?
Okay, he doesn't usually spawn back in place. Where'd he go? The timing on skipping those like explosive, waves he sends out is pretty nuts. So I'll take it. Yo, what a Reggie fight. Let's go.
There he goes. You stole his clothes.
I did.
Well, that's really... I mean,
This
you do that
whole
in Final
dungeon.
Fantasy VI. Yeah.
This whole dungeon for that robe. This is Bad Custard. He just came to tell us, like, you're never gonna win, and he just is gone.
You're never gonna have your own unique personality because you just keep copying villains. Stupid.
I mean, he was
Custard.
named Bad Custard, so like.
Yeah, if I got named Bad Custard as a child, I'd probably also be a little grumpy. Gotta be honest.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn in the coat, the magic coat, to Cornflower here. And normally we'd have to kind of come back for the 4th Dark Knight. So that we could get a power and he could like make us a bridge, but fortunately, depending on how you look at it, we get to sequence break here. So I'm gonna need just a little patience from the audience here.
Yeah, be patient. Come on, chat.
Is it all good to read another donation here, or should I wait until this?
No, you can. It's fine.
All right. Well, we have a pretty big donation of $124 from Sonic Mega once again.
Yeah!
Ooh,
Well, getting that first try and a huge donation, thank you.
let's
My
go.
God, congrats on the first try. And this donation goes towards the Boss Song Showcase for Pump It Up Phoenix coming up later today, which is almost met, so keep getting those donations in. The donation reads, whoa, I'm starting to think Link might have breathed a little too much of the wild.
Oh no. Did Link get the quick weed as well?
Oh,
You're not allowed
absolutely.
to say that.
I'm sorry. Okay, never mind.
We're all good. We're all good.
Backing up.
Hey, we're in the beehive. This is actually unironically pretty scary. The timing here is pretty precise. The bees will kill you in 2 hits. And you can't 100% control like where they path to. So you just have to be really quick about activating that green key. I have tried to route a green key in. Oh no. Grab it, go. Oh, okay. I almost missed the timer there. That's fine. The bees are so scary. They look so docile, but like...
There's the slowest bees.
Yeah. All right. That is unironically like a pretty scary part. I've lost runs there before. So this is Gustav. This fight can go very quick or very slow, and it's just kind of RNG. Okay. I don't like that he jumped behind me. You pretty much have to make sure that you don't land on like in the center, because there's bees just chilling in the middle. You make a little like alert sound. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna wait this platform out. Okay. The game's not very forgiving for hitboxes, so like if you almost make it, they're like, nah, you didn't make it.
Yeah.
Of course, he jumps back to the middle for the last hit. Okay, that was an okay Gustav fight. No worries there. So we got the 4th Dark Knight done. Before the 3rd one, which you're not supposed to do. This is, I didn't even see his name. It doesn't matter. Who was that? Some bear. Get it? Honey, bees. You know.
I mean, I get it. I don't know why it's all because of Winnie the Pooh. Okay, I'm blaming Winnie the Pooh on being associated with honey.
So for whatever reason, when you just fall into the river on the way back, it's just like, I'll put you back at the exit. You don't have to do a skip the other way.
That's really nice. Thank you.
Yeah, it is funny. This is called the Fruit Kingdom, but all we see are vegetables. Oh, you know what? What am I doing? I forgot the 3rd Dark Knight. I was thinking ahead.
Fruit.
Yeah, I guess. I think
on the
Kingsley
veggie.
was originally supposed to be a bunny, and they were like, no, foxes are way cooler. Make it a fox. And they're like,
I mean, it's true.
it is true. Yeah. So we do have to do the 3rd Dark Knight, and we're gonna get. This is a super fun platforming challenge. Anybody who's played Tunic, this is clearly Aura's gem, but that's just a Tunic joke for you there. Just a free one. Okay.
I appreciate the free humor. That's. Oh no,
Yeah, it's
the
on the
Chaos
house.
Emeralds. Oh, you got it. Good.
Yep. So this boss is an auto scroller. So we could pretty much talk about whatever you want. Like Oscar's gonna come over here, grab an egg, and do this little animation 3 times, and then we can shoot him. And we have to do that like 12 times.
Of course, it played shaving a haircut in the middle of this. Okay, I'm gonna say this isn't the music's highlight. It's okay, but.
I would say that about the boss fight in general. I think they were like, we gotta make a boss fight where you use the crossbow, because the crossbow's cool. And
it is.
I mean, it's neat that you can use it. It's very cheap. A lot of enemies will like not aggro to you normally, and you can just like stand about 20 feet away and just smack them with it and get infinite ammo for it. But whatever.
Do we have any donations so we can try to ignore this music?
We sure do. We have,
good.
We have a donation from The Magician, donates $20 saying, "Thanks for getting my coat back from Reggie. You forgot your bridge."
Oh no! You forgot the bridge!
I saved taxpayer money.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. We have a $15 donation from Giggle Dog Gang, smiley face at the end, saying, "Shout out to the hosts and runners for making this event so fun to watch. Trans rights are human rights." Ooh.
That's right.
Yeah.
We also have a $25 donation from Vincent573 with no comment, but thank you all very much for your donations.
Hey, thank you, Vincent. Oh no, the spiders are messing it up. I've never.
Spiders!
Oh, come on.
Oh no, not the spiders.
Okay, we're good. So the game does that thing where it's like if there's spiders nearby, it just prioritizes you kicking them over like any weapon usage. That's
Even if you're in
so
your
weird.
first person?
Oh yeah.
What the crap? I mean, kick the spiders, sure. I agree with that.
Well, Sir Gawain is safe now, so we're all good.
Oh, well, good. Hey, my name's Sir Gawain. It's like his name was Wayne and he was ashamed of that, so he just added the G in front of it. I'm Gawain.
I'm going nowhere.
Well, not with a name like that, yeah.
Exactly. That's what he was thinking. And then he was like, wait, what a great name. Sometimes I just have to spell the jokes out. You know, there's a few. I actually heard Lokai scream from the other room, so I just want you to know that.
Oh, good.
So in laughter, not in pain. So we become a true knight now. Check us out. That's all it took was a lot of things that no other adults could do.
Yes, there's a slight correction. It's a True Woo Knight. Thank you.
Oh, true knight. That's true. That's right.
Oh, no.
Mhm.
Okay.
But then we have to just turn around and go talk to the king and queen again, who are like, wow, you did all the Dark Knight stuff too. We just forgot to mention that in the ceremony.
I mean, they were too busy, folks. They wouldn't let you finish talking.
Yeah.
They just threw a party,
They hit me over the
interrupted
head.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. Okay. So we've unlocked Skull Island, which I'm told is the name of the level we're going to. I want you to see how hard it is to get in the foxhole pot, whatever this is that accesses this last level. Looks a little Banjo-Kazooie, if I may say so.
Yeah, a tiny bit. They have a few of those pots in Banjo-Kazooie.
So I've never seen a casual player warp to this island and not walk around the entire island looking for secrets. The entire island is modeled, textured, filled with cactuses or whatever like foliage they have, and there's nothing on the island.
Really?
The entire world is just leading you to this door. I'm going to take a death here.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Just so I have, full health for this fight. Pretty straightforward.
So sad when he dies.
I'm never gonna do that again.
Actually, that's a little closer to Curly from the Three Stooges. Maybe not so sad.
I want you to just enjoy the music here.
Ooh. Okay.
By the way, this sample, this is not a joke, for the guitars, is the same sample used in Monster Truck Madness. So if you're like a 90s Windows 95 games player.
I don't think I played that one.
Come over here, please. Okay.
He just wants to do chef stuff. Oh my gosh, you're fighting Ratatouille!
I mean, he was an evil chef. I actually kind of forgot what cycle I'm on. That freaked me out a little bit. I think he's above. Yeah. Whatever. Oh yeah, he's right here. Just kidding. It was intentional. So yeah, you basically get a quick hit on him, and then you have to walk counterclockwise and find him on the same level. You get 2 hits in. Oh, he's gonna do this again. This is free hit. Let's go.
Yeah.
So we're on the 3rd level now. So we should get, yep, a quick hit on him. Oh, don't run away, dude. Okay. So now we're gonna run counterclockwise and meet up with him. He probably spawns about halfway back. All right, now time is coming up on this hit. And time.
Goodbye. Oh,
I think he fell into a pot of custard. I don't know.
He became food. Well, that's sad. Too bad. He's a nerd.
I know I keep saying this, but I do need you to hear this song as well. This is like an I keep saying unintentionally. That's not true. It clearly was intentional, but it just goes too hard. It is a little bit of an abrupt ending, though. But that was bad custard. Yeah, that's the end of Kingsley.
Yeah, they kind of shooed this in. Like, they just were like, we got to end it.
So
like, this is dance party music. I like.
We're a little bit underestimate. Sorry, I did kind of whittle this game down a good bit. Digby, thank you so much for partaking in this commentary with me for Kingsley's Adventure. I will let you speak first.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Honestly, I would say this is a game that I haven't tried personally. It didn't look like it was going to be a good game, but watching this, like, I would say that a few things need a little polish, but overall, this is a very impressive game for the PlayStation era. I'm surprised I have never stumbled across this. This is one that I think that I might have to give a shot sometime. I definitely enjoyed. Also, thank you everybody for donating during this. That was great.
And I have to, you didn't mention it, but you will be running the Kuso Grande Gauntlet tomorrow. What time? Do you have any idea what time that is?
Let me go ahead and look at the schedule, which is conveniently posted right there. Okay. It looks like it's going to be tomorrow at, I swear I know, about 5:30 Eastern, and there's a bid war for who's going to be playing in it out of the different staff members. So I don't believe that bid war is open yet, but I definitely am excited to see. I got them the package. It's going to be perfect chaos. It's going to be great.
Yeah. If this was just a small taste of what that Kuso Grande Gauntlet will be like, so please tune in tomorrow. Get those donations in for JD, or like, a staff member that's named JD, whatever you want. So I just want to say thank you to Bees the One for suggesting this game, and obviously the Tassers for discovering like upwarps and such and documenting all that stuff. Else's. Oh yeah, I forgot about the ending cutscene. Okay, this is like 10 seconds long. We're just gonna watch this because I think the implication is that that Kingsley is like made it up. Maybe he's just a liar. I don't know. But yeah, I did make an any % guide. I finished and uploaded it last night. So if you are interested in running this game and you want to like give it a shot, I've got a full like 2-hour breakdown of the whole run and explain with a input display on the screen so you can see exactly what kind of inputs I'm pressing to pull off the tricks. Obviously, thank you to Fastest Furs for giving me a comfy place to grow my self-confidence. Running so many different games, like from Tunic to Myst to Kingsley's Adventure, letting me volunteer with the interviews that you'll see throughout the weekend, and trusting me with the Tunic Showcase we just did on October 29th, which was a ton of fun. That I'm sure they played no small part in like getting me to the point where I will be opening AGDQ 2024 with Tunic any %, so look out for that in January. And I guess if you like want to hang out with me, I mean, obviously my stream you can find on Twitch. I'm always doing something silly or something needlessly sweaty. So if you like that kind of thing, whether it's speedrunning a game I've never heard of on the PlayStation, or trying to get Barbie Writing Club working on Windows 10, It's always a weird time. The next thing I'm looking at in quotes is all royal seeds for Mario Wonder, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Well, sweet. Congrats again for the amazing run here. It was a joy to be here on the couch.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Congratulations. It was an amazing run. I want to hold you up for 2 seconds because there is a donation that is context sensitive, and I feel
Okay.
like we'll all get a laugh out of it. We have a $10 donation from Rubicante that says, Bad custard and his dark nights, poor pudding, terrible tapioca, unacceptable flan, atrocious junket, intolerable mousse, dreadful buttercream, caustic creme brulee, malicious meringue, and disgraceful treacle. Did I miss any? Good luck with the run, Rad.
Cruel
Yeah.
cream.
Cruel cream.
I will say one closing thought. That looks like it was world record. It was not. I reloaded a save to do Dragon Skip, so it is not a valid run. But I'm very happy with that time. It is basically world record pace, so it went pretty well. So I'll take
Amazing run.
But up next is Shovel Claws, so stay tuned. The fun does not end here. I think. Oh no, is it Spark? Spark is first, right? Yeah. Whatever Shovel Claws is doing is amazing. So please stay tuned. It'll be a blast.
All right.